You have to trust that you're being led to greater, because if not, you're going to be driven by fear. What's the point of being individuals like we are if we're going to listen to everybody else's opinion? Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am so thankful y'all are here. I pray you can find home here, and if so, welcome. So in today's video, I want to give y'all, wait, how many do I have? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in today's video, I want to give y'all a few tips, a few different ideas to kind of think on, to feel out, that have really helped me as an intellectual woman, as a overthinker, as somebody that's very anxiety prone, because I am more introverted, I am more reserved. These are just 7 things, 7 beliefs, 7 realities that kind of helped me shift my energy, shift my paradigm and my reality to help me feel more comfortable as an intellectual woman, as an introvert. How to stop caring, how to stop giving a fuck, how to stop investing so much energy in the anxiety, in the overthinking that can come with being more intellectual. So the first idea that really helped me shift my reality, it really helped me ground more in my identity, is the realization that for everything you believe, there's millions of people who don't. And for everything you don't believe in, for everything that you're against, there's millions of people who are for that thing, who support that thing. And the reason this belief really helped me, hold on, let me get a little more comfortable, y'all. The reason this belief really helped me ground into who I am, into my identity, is because when you're an introvert, when you're somebody in general that lives a different life than the majority, whether you have a difference of beliefs in religion, in sexuality, in how you present yourself, in your body, whatever it is, money, jobs, when you have a different belief system than the people around you, even if it's just within your family or your community, it can really feel like I'm the only person who understands me. I'm the only person who believes this thing. So therefore, something must be wrong with me. Something must be bad about me because I'm not fitting in with the people around me. And of course, in this society, we're taught to believe that as long as a majority of the people agree on something, then that means they're right. That means that this law or this belief system is correct or God-like, closer to God, you know? So we all have to kind of deprogram our minds to remember that just because something is a majority doesn't make them right or wrong. It's just their belief system. Their belief system consists of what they've been through, what they've seen, what they've learned, how deeply they introspect, how much they question things or not. It's the ability to give grace to one another in our differences that makes all the difference, which y'all already know. A lot of people cannot agree to disagree. Most people in this world will shame you and make you feel terrible for having a different opinion. So that's a reality too. But as long as you're confident in what you believe, the rest doesn't matter. As long as you trust what you're saying and you trust what you're feeling, what other people believe about that is none of your business. You shouldn't be debating with other people about what you feel, about what you believe and what you've experienced in your life. So the second thing that really helped me shift my reality, shift my beliefs, is the realization that there's always a internal guidance system within me that's working with the universe, that's working with the endless possibilities that could happen in my life today, tomorrow, right now. Anything could literally happen, and all these possibilities exist outside of our conscious awareness. All these possibilities exist outside of how we think it's going to happen or how we think it should happen. There's a whole spiritual world that we can't see, that we aren't constantly thinking about on a day-to-day basis. Even something as simple as your heart beating, we don't have to consciously make our heart beat. We don't even have to consciously breathe. You know, our bodies naturally take in that breath. Our heart naturally beats, and it's something that we don't have to overthink and, oh my God, is my heart still beating? Oh my God, am I breathing? No, we just know to do it. And so our intuition, our guidance that leads us through this life is the same way as long as we allow it. So when we don't trust our intuition, when we don't trust that we're being led to our greater divine, we're basically holding our breath in the spirit, in our soul, within our energetic bodies, because we're so scared. We're trying to hold on to that last breath. We're trying to hold on to that failure that happened. We're trying to hold on to the last bit of stability that we think we have within a job or a relationship, and we're not letting life do its thing because we don't trust what's on the other end of trusting the unknown, trusting the unfamiliar, trusting the unseen. So the biggest thing that has helped me in this lifetime so far is trusting that every single one of my decisions is leading me to greater, is leading me to better, is leading me to expansion, to love, to support, to financial freedom, to beauty, to health, and all the things that we want in our lives. You have to trust that you're being led to greater, because if not, you're going to be driven by fear, and therefore backing yourself up, backing yourself away from things that you could fall into. You could naturally fall into opportunities if you allow it. Number 3, allow people to be the adults of their own lives. Allow people to deal with their emotions how they need to deal with it. Again, other people's emotions are none of your business. How other people handle you rejecting them, not wanting to be around them, not wanting to give them validation constantly, not wanting to be used by them, how other people decide to handle that is their business. It is not your job to go around protecting people's insecurities because, oh, I don't want them to feel like I don't want to be their friend, but you don't want to be their friend. Oh, I don't want my family to think I don't want to be around them, but you don't want to be around them. Oh, I don't want my coworkers to think I'm mean and I'm rude because I don't feel like talking because I'm naturally more quiet. So I'm just going to fake like I want to talk and fake like I want to be there, but you don't want to be there. It's okay. I promise. Y'all, this is something that was extremely challenging even for me to understand. It's okay to show your genuine feelings. It's okay to show people, I don't feel like talking. I don't feel like going. I don't feel like seeing you. It is not your responsibility to shield people from disappointment, from sadness, from feeling rejected if they feel rejected. Some people might understand your need to set boundaries. Some people might understand your need to separate. And if they don't, again, that's none of your business. If you're anything like me, we don't do things to hurt people. If it hurts people in the process, we don't wish for it, but it is what it is. You have to learn to take responsibility for your own feelings. And in that, you allow other people to be the adults and to have that autonomy and responsibility over their feelings. It's not your job to live a life that pleases your mother. It's not your job to play small and protect your husband's ego because you're scared of how he's going to react. It's not your job to play and fake a role at work because you're scared of what'll happen if you drop that mask, if you drop your guard. It's not your job to constantly worry and overanalyze and try to figure out who you need to become to protect somebody else. You're basically masking in every room, in every relationship you go into. So the quicker you can drop that mask, the quicker you can find and align the people and opportunities that will align to your authentic self, that will align to who you are naturally, comfortably. But of course, if you keep this mask up, you're going to put yourself in situations where, if you're honest, yeah, they are going to be mad at you. If you're honest, yeah, they are going to kind of side eye you because you've been faking this whole time like you actually wanted to be there when you didn't. It is up to you to follow your gut. It's up to you to be honest with your feelings. I don't mean you have to go into work angry and mad. I don't mean you have to cut your family completely off and do away with them. I don't mean anything extreme. But it's all in the small moments. It's all in the, hey, do you want to go out this weekend? ooh, I don't want to go out, but I would feel bad. You don't want to go out. You want to relax. Let that be known. And then on the times that you do want to say yes, on the times that you do want to talk a little more, during the times that you do have the energy to visit family, you do it. But let it be natural. Let it be honest. Number 4, this one is a little bit tricky because I recently learned more about this one. But especially for my introverted ladies, those subtle hints of passive aggression that you see your coworkers have, or your family may have, or just in social groups in general. You know, those friend groups or those moments where people will nitpick at each other and go back and forth, and you're just kind of like, why would I want to be a part of that? Like, why would I want to be in any environment where people are passive aggressive and throwing shade at each other and maybe even gossiping? Not saying that's healthy, but like, why would I even want to be a part of that? That passive aggressive play, because that's what it is, y'all. That play with passive aggression is actually very normal. When we hear it, when we catch on to it, because we're very observant, when we catch on to it, we immediately go into this realm of like, did she not hear that? Y'all actually don't have to overthink that. You are hearing correctly. You are hearing correctly. Yes, she did just throw shade at her and now they're buddy-buddy. Yes, the microaggressions. Yes, that person doesn't like you and they meant what they said, kind of passive. Yes. But understand that all these little comments, all this bickering that you may notice in the world, it can't hurt you. It's something that's very normal and very accepted in society. It's not something that you have to understand and figure out, why are they still friends, or why is this, or why is she talking to me like this? Unfortunately, it's very normal in society, and you just have to learn how to observe it, clock it, and say, okay, yeah, she's being whatever, she's being dismissive, she's being weird right now, instead of like harboring onto that. Because I used to do that, where I'm harboring onto all these social cues and I'm creating this storyline, which is adding into my anxiety, adding into my overthinking, and making me uncomfortable in the world, making me uncomfortable at work or hanging out with a group of friends. So remember, this is normal. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but all the passive microaggressive stuff is normal. You don't have to take part in it, but just know for your own sanity that this is something that's highly normalized. Number 5, rejection is a tool of alignment. What I mean is just that. I literally mean that. When you're rejected, when you're fired from a job, when your friend is acting weird and making you feel really uncomfortable, rejection is alignment. That situation is asking you to observe it, yes. Question it a little bit, because we're human. We're going to wonder, what's going on? Why is this person acting like this? But overall, once you're in a space where you're being actively rejected, it is now your responsibility to align with what is now for you. And because we're always growing, because we're always evolving onto the next level, understand that rejection just means it's time for your next level. When that relationship isn't working out, that person is showing you and telling you, I don't want to be together anymore. They don't even have to say it verbally. If they're just showing it in their actions, they're showing you, I don't want to be together. I don't like you, I don't want you, whatever it is. It hurts, yes, but that rejection is aligning you to your next level, to your destined path, to your overall destiny. Rejection is just a tool of my alignment. Rejection is alignment. Rejection is alignment. If we're always on a path to greater, why are you allowing old news to hold you back from that? That's really how you got to start looking at life. If I'm always getting better, if I'm always expanding, if I'm always reaching and flowing towards my best self, my highest self, why am I trying to hold on something that's showing me I no longer fit here? I no longer belong here. You know, we try to hold on out of fear, again, of the unknown. But you have to really ask yourself, if I'm always getting better, why am I holding on to the very thing that won't allow me to be better, that won't allow me to be my most authentic self, that's going to keep me in a space of misery and sadness and depression and doubt and anxiety and just negative feelings, you know? So trust that you're always on a path to greater. Even when the rejection comes along, rejection is just alignment. Rejection is alignment. Number 6, so this one is mainly for the more people pleaser side that we may have when we're not confident enough to really step into who we are. But you're going to have to accept the reality that there are people who lie in this world. People lie, people cheat, people are deceptive. The very people that may compliment you every day or be all in your face and pretend to be your friend and pretend to be that, they can be and sometimes are the same people who are praying for your downfall or who eventually hate you in the long run. And this is not to scare anybody, because just like these people exist, so do authentic people, so do people who genuinely love you and will always love you until time runs out on this earth. But as a people pleaser, as an introverted woman, I've been kind of sheltered too, but in general, as an introvert, as an overthinker, sometimes it's so easy to want to give people the benefit of the doubt, even when my intuition is saying, hey, red flag, this person isn't the healthiest person, this person may turn on you, this person has some kind of underlying envy or hatred or something that I'm sensing. And I still want to say, you know what, I'm just tripping. You know what, I'm being the negative person. I'm being the negative Nancy for thinking that my intuition is actually trying to tell me something. I'm being the negative person for believing that this person has ill intentions, even though every time we talk, something is just not really clicking there. I'm being the negative person. So this is something that I'm literally learning in real time myself, is to trust my intuition when I sense that somebody is not all the way there for me. It can really get even more tricky, because I've seen in my lifetime that the people who really put you on a pedestal, which is unhealthy, but the people who really put you on a pedestal, like I said, they compliment you all the time, or they tell you like, oh, you're the best at this and you're just so great at this and you're so. Those same people who put you on a pedestal like that are the same people who will rip you and drag you by your hair off of that pedestal when they feel like it, or when they feel like, okay, you're outshining me too much and I don't like it. So even people who you feel almost praise you, or they're just always having to feed into you, a lot of times those are the very people who will do the exact opposite and flip the exact opposite way. So I believe the more aware of reality we really are, the safer we'll be able to feel, because we're no longer so naive to the evils that can be done, but instead we know, we're aware, and we can prepare ourselves for those situations if they ever were to present themselves into our lives. So yeah. And then last but definitely not least, life is all about the quality of your fulfillment and not people's opinions of that. Life is all about the quality of your experience, not other people's opinions of that. However that may look, whatever lifestyle you want for yourself, whatever relationship you want for yourself, however much money, however much beauty, however much health, however much, we are sent on this earth to enjoy ourselves, to connect to our most authentic alignment, to the Most High, to God, to the universe, to endless possibility, to whatever you call it. As I say on every video, we are sent on this earth to connect back to the source, so that we are led to our own individual versions of heaven on earth. What's the point of living a life having a separate heartbeat, having a separate mind, separate perspectives? Even if you grew up in the same household with somebody, you can have completely different perspectives of how y'all grew up. What's the point of being individuals like we are if we're going to listen to everybody else, no matter what their life looks like, if we're going to listen to everybody else's opinion. Sometimes we're so codependent on everybody else's opinion, on what everybody else thinks about our life, that we completely lose the vision. We completely lose the focus of what feels right to me though. What feels good to me? What do I feel in my gut needs to happen for me to feel safe right now, for me to feel fulfilled right now, for me to feel like I can actually be myself? Who do I need to connect to and who do I need to let go of? What just feels right? What feels good? What feels pleasurable? What feels like I need this? Now, whether we listen to other people's opinions out of trauma because we were raised to not have a mind of our own, whether we're just products of society and we're around people who we just depend on for everything, what we need, what we think, what we feel, whatever it is, there are certain people on this earth who are not meant to listen to a majority of people's opinions. Your life is for you to enjoy. It's no point in listening to other people's opinions if you're going to be depressed in that process. It's no point in doing what everybody else wants you to do in your life if you feel like you're giving up your life, you're giving up your authenticity to make them happy. If anybody is pleased that you're listening to their advice and not truly doing what you want to do in your heart, that's not somebody you want to be around. That's not somebody that's healthy for you or healthy for anybody, even to themselves. Nobody who's actually good for you is going to influence you to do something just because they say do it. Just because, oh, I think you should do this, so you should do it, or else I won't like you, or else the relationship is going to turn toxic because you're not following my advice. A person who actually wants to see you happy will support your authentic alignment, will support you questioning your life and doing what's best for you. So that's the last thing I want to say. I want to close out before the camera dies again. If you made it to the end of this video, I am so thankful, y'all. We're on our way to 1K. I'm shocked, honestly. I'm shocked, but I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to have y'all here, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.